won't get these joints out here. I got money, so they put it in the bag. I'm pulling off all the tags and pulling off in a jag. Fuck being broke, cause broke niggas is mad. Get a job with your broke ass and get it out the hoe's ass. I go fast when I'm riding through the city lights. I'm from the Bay, West Coast, with your city like new nice fresh jeans and a snapback.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm a vibe, you a vibe, we should vibe. So you should what? You should like, comment, share, and subscribe. But you already know, only if you want to. Y'all know what today is. Y'all know what today is. Y'all know what today is. Y'all know what today is, y'all. Y'all know what today is because I'll be having y'all check y'all calendars. Y'all know it's Wednesday, so y'all already know what that means. It's Wasted Wednesday, period, y'all. I don't got my bougie cup in my hand because like I said in my Tipsy Tuesday video, like right now it's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm not drinking because I got to get up in like 3 hours and go to work. But I wanted to film these videos because I ain't gonna have time because work. You know, work, and then work business, and then I ain't gonna have time throughout the week. So I'm just like, this is gonna be that night. I just stay up late. My job was in the bed all day, so I should be cool. And my job cool, so whatever. It is what it is. I'm just gonna have to drink some coffee in the morning if I'm super duper tired. I'm gonna get a little bit of sleep, but it is what it is. All right, y'all. So as y'all can see from the title, I was in love with 2 boys at one time. I don't know if that's what I'm titling this, but I was in love with 2 boys at one time. Now, I know y'all probably gonna be like, girl, you was a teenager, you was not in love. But let me tell y'all, I was something. I liked it, both of them real bad. I had 2 boyfriends at one time. I did. It is what it is. And I'm about to tell y'all how I got into it. So we're gonna start off with the first guy. Ooh, what did I name them? All right, y'all, I'm back. Okay, y'all, so yeah, this story time is about Pop-Up and Kevin, okay? So, yeah. If y'all don't know who Pop-Up and Kevin is, then y'all need to go watch Story Times. I will link the story times that both of them in. I can't think of the one I talked about with, the story time where I talked about, I got laced. That was about Kevin. The story time where I said she kissed my boyfriend in front of me, that was about Kevin. The story time where I talked about my sister and my boyfriend was gonna fight, that's about Pop-Up, okay? So we're gonna start with Pop-Up. I had met Pop-Up at a party. Me and him hit it off. We start kicking it. We was hanging out. I would kick it with him, longtime friend, and he started bringing around his friend. We're gonna call him G because I don't think anybody would know him, or he would, be watching this. I don't know. His name was G, and he was talking to longtime friend. We would kick it with them. I'm gonna tell a whole nother story time about that whole situation. I just wanted to give y'all a little backstory, just a little backstory. But once me and Pop-Up hit it off, we hit it off. That was like my first love. That was like, oh my God, like if y'all watch the story time, my boyfriend tried to fight my sister, y'all will understand. Like that boy was like my first like real, oh my God, I love him, like for real situation, relationship. Like we was in a relationship, but it was more like a situationship. Like we was together, but like I said, y'all, he would pop in and out of my life. So it was really like a situationship because he was going in and out of jail. And I'm gonna talk about that in another story time. And I did not know what was going on. I was naive, I was young, I was dumb. So let's just say time had fast forward after I had met him. We're gonna say like 2 years passed. I am now in a relationship with Kevin. Me and Kevin in love. Kevin is like my love. Like we're together. Like I told y'all, I was going back and forth to Richmond to see him. He was coming to see me at my house, staying the weekends or holidays. We was just always needing to see each other on the weekends or when we had holidays. So I'm gonna say we like 6-7 months in our relationship. Everything's going cool. We still in our little honeymoon phase. Like we going through stuff, but not like major stuff. I didn't really go through major stuff with Kevin. It was just like small stuff. I was just emotional at that time, really. Besides the whole you know, his best friend situation. That story time. So everything's going good. Kevin is coming to see me. I'm excited. I'm juiced. I'm telling all my friends, like, this was the first time Kevin was actually coming to my house. So that whole like 6 months, y'all, I was barking it every weekend, every little holiday in between that to Richmond. Richmond is like an hour BART ride. So yeah, y'all, I was money. I need $20 every weekend to get back and forth to my man. Like, I needed to see him. I needed to be near him. I needed to be under him. Okay. Because we didn't get to see each other throughout the week. But this was his first time gonna come over to my house. So I'm super excited. I'm juiced. I'm just like, yes, this is gonna be awesome. So he was coming on a Friday. This particular Friday, my friends was at the house. A couple of my friends, we sitting on the porch. It's a nice summer day. Kevin arrives. He meets my friends that were there. We all chilling outside. Kevin goes with my brother to my cousin's house, and y'all, they tried to scare him or whatever, but because Kevin was Latino, but he from Richmond, he was with the shit. So you feel me? He wasn't easily scared. If y'all seen him, y'all would think like, but nah, he was with the shit. Like he was definitely with the shit, and he was in this little allegedly, you know, little gang or whatever, and they was about that action. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like they was with that, they was with it. They was from North Richmond, they was with it. And I know somebody asked me to go over like debate. I'm gonna do something for y'all. I'm gonna do something so I can explain every little area and like what's it like in each little area. But yeah, the Richmond is not a place you play with at all. No, it's not. No, it ain't. So yeah, he went over there with my cousins, and they tried to like punk him, and he put out his thing, and they was like, okay. So one of my cousins put out his thing, and I was like, he called me. He was like, hey, like your cousins, I don't know what type of time they on. I was just like, all right, well, just come back to the house. So he come back to the house. Eventually, my friends leave. We all chilling. Now, this is a time where my older brother, I haven't mentioned this, y'all, but my older brother would be in and out of jail. And this is how he knew Pop-Up, because he would be in and out of jail. And now that I'm thinking about it, he probably bought stuff from him. Anyway. I don't know originally how they know each other, but I know at some point my older brother told me that he knew him and they would be in and out of jail together, and that's how Pop-Up was finding out where I lived. I didn't know this, so it just seemed like somehow he was hunting me down. Like he just always found where I lived. I don't even like, yeah. So my mama was cooking that day. We eating dinner, y'all. We chilling. My older brother is out of jail. He was around. I think he was just like, he stayed at my cousin's house. My boyfriend left, but my brother, because my boyfriend went over there with my older brother, my oldest brother. I had two older brothers, but my oldest brother, the one that's in and out of jail, my boyfriend Kevin had went over there with him. That had happened. You know, things got pulled out, and yeah, I just told him to come back to the house because I was just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know why they would do that. I guess because he was from Richmond, they just wanted to see what type of time he was on, and he showed them what type of time he on. So we at the house, we chilling, we eating dinner, everything's going cool. We having a good time. We watch the TV. We cracking up. We laughing. I probably blew down the house with my other older brother. And, you know, we just chilling. Y'all, next thing I know, there's a knock at my door. Mind y'all, time had passed. We chilling. It's like 11, 12. It's a knock at my door. I don't get the door. I'm a lady. My older brother gets the door. He like, oh, what's up, bro? And I'm like, oh, maybe he's talking to Melvin. I hear a voice and was like, is Shayla here? I knew it wasn't my brother. I knew it was not my brother. I knew who it was. It was Pop-Up. I'm like, what the F is he doing here? Kevin's here. Now, Kevin don't know what's going on. He not really paying attention. And I'm trying to play it off like I don't know who's at the door. I don't know what's going on. Because I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Like, what do I do? What do I say to who? What? Y'all, but once I heard his voice, y'all, I really wanted to cry because he had disappeared on me. And, you know, he had went away for a long time and we wasn't in contact. So I was like, I'm moving on. And it was hard for me to move on from him. But and I did, and me and Kevin was happy, y'all. But mind you, me and Pop-Up never broke up. Like, we was together. Like, I was his girlfriend. He was my boyfriend. Like, we was in a relationship when we was together, when he was around. So most times before that, when he would pop up or just leave and come back, like, you know, we would just kick things off where we left off. I'm in a relationship. So he's like, she here, but she occupied. He was like, can you just tell her to come outside? I just need to talk to her. Y'all, the last time Pop-Up was there, which was right before me and Kevin got in a relationship, he had left his jacket at my house. So he had a jacket at my house. And we're going to get to the jacket. So he's like, can you just tell her to please come talk to me? I just want to talk to her. Like, I just want to see her. So Kevin's like, who at the door? Like, I know he heard him ask for me and he just hears some talking. He know this not my older brother. Why would my older brother be asking where the fuck I'm at? Like, he know I'm here. Like, the hell, he just come in the house. My brother would have already let him in the house if this was my oldest brother. So he like, man, let me see, bro, because she occupied. So my brother shuts the door. He's like, Shayla, can you come to the kitchen? Let me talk to you. And I'm like, okay. I'm trying to play it off like I don't know what's going on. But y'all, inside, I want to break down and cry because all my feelings for Pop-Up just flooded inside of me. And I was just like, oh my God, like, this cannot be happening right now. Like, this cannot be happening. So my brother like, hey, Pop-Up outside and he want to talk to you. I don't know what you want to do. It's on you. Like, you feel me? But he's saying he need to talk to you. He's saying it's like important. He need to talk to you. He wants you to come outside real quick. He was like, I keep Kevin occupied if you want me to, but it's up to you. Like, I got your back. So I'm like, y'all, I'm like trying to hold it together. I'm like, yes, I want to see Pop-Up. Like, I love him, but I love Kevin. Like, oh my God. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? What I do? So I was like, I know y'all gonna be like, you is a shady ass bitch. I know, y'all. I know. I was like, yeah, can you stay here in the living room with Kevin? I'm gonna go talk to Pop-Up. He was like, I was like, all right. So I'm telling Kevin, I'm like, don't be mad, but it's somebody I know from my past. I'm gonna go talk to him and get him to leave. Kevin is hot. He like, who is it? I had briefly talked to him about Pop-Up, but not like, I didn't tell him the full thing. You know, I told him I used to talk to this dude and, you know, he just disappeared out of my life. That's basically what I told him. Like, the dry version of it, not the full, like, he pops in and out of my life and I love him and he's like the love of my life. So he's high. He's like, yeah, I mind y'all. Both of them, I don't think I ever told y'all. Pop Up is from Richmond too. But he from Central Richmond. Kevin from North Richmond. Central Richmond and North Richmond funk. Real bad. Okay, so I'm like, ooh, I know Kevin got his thing on him. I know Pop Up probably got his thing on him. I'm like, y'all, I was playing with fire, y'all. I don't know, it's exciting though. I was like, ooh, wildin'. He's like, yeah, all right, make that shit quick. Like, I don't know who that is, but yeah, nah. And I was just like, all right, like, I'm gonna tell him to leave, y'all. I went outside. I shut the door. Pop Up had kind of walked off a little bit, so I had walked up to him. Y'all, when he saw me, y'all, oh my God, when I saw him, like, y'all, it was like a fairy tale. Like, we just both lit up, y'all. He grabbed me, he hugged me, he lifted me up. I just felt like I was in La La Land. Like, I felt like a fucking Disney princess meeting my prince. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, what the hell do I do? Oh my God, y'all. So he's like holding me, like he picked me up, he's holding me. He tall. Like, Kevin was taller than me, but not tall. He tall now, but you know, he was younger than Pop Up. Pop Up was already grown, already tall. You know, Kevin was taller than me, but he didn't reach his peak height yet. So he got me lifted in the air, holding me and stuff. He like spinning me around. He was like, girl, I miss you. You got finer. Like, you know, you my wife. Y'all, this was before him trying to fight my sister. Now, I think I'm going to retell that story later on. I'm going to keep it up for right now, but I might retell that story in like a year. But this was before that. So he's like, you getting fine. You getting older. Like, damn, like, I miss you. Like, what you been up to? And I'm just like, nothing, y'all. I forget about Kevin. Like, I didn't forget. I'm supposed to be just telling this nigga to leave. That just went up out my head because I'm in love and I'm in a fairy tale movie right now, and this is my man. I mean, Kevin, my man, but this is my man. This is my man. Like, oh my God. I'm just like, nothing. I've been cool. Like, I just been, you know, going to school because I was a teenager, you know, going to school, chilling, smoking with my friends, going to parties. He's like, oh, okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you know, you're doing good in school. I was doing cool in school. Yeah, I was like, I'm doing good in school. He was like, so your brother was saying you occupied. Like, what he mean? And I'm like, y'all, it just hit me. I remember Kevin again. I'm like, because at first I'm like, occupied, like, no. And then he was like, he saying you occupied, like you fucking with somebody. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got a boyfriend. Y'all, this man, he was like, what? You got a boyfriend? He in your house right now? And I'm like, no. He was like, so why was your brother acting like that? Like, he was saying like he said you occupied like right now, like somebody, you had company in there. He's like, don't lie to me, Shayla. Don't lie to me. You really got another nigga? You got another nigga and he in your house? He was like, me and you are still together. We never broke up. Like, what the fuck is you doing with another nigga? And I'm like, Pop Up, chill. I'm like, I haven't heard from you or talked to you in months. Like, the last time I did see him right before I got with Kevin, like before that, I hadn't had spoke to him for like months. And then we hung out that one time and then he disappeared. You know what I mean? It was just like, I was not gonna keep waiting around for you to not disappear on me. It just was breaking my heart more and more every time. Like, you do not understand. And I was just like, I don't know what you expected me to do. Like, you always gone, you always disappearing, then I don't hear from you. And then he was basically telling me, like, I'll be calling you, I'll be having my dad call you. And I'm like, I don't know who your dad is. I don't know what you talking about. He be like, my dad said he be calling you and you just be hanging up. And I'm like, I don't know who your dad is, y'all. I gotta tell the story. I'm gonna tell the story of how I found out. No, did I know? We have moved here, then there. Ooh, what happened first? No, I had already lived there. And then from there to there. Yeah, I had kind of knew at this point that Pop-Up was a drug dealer, but I didn't know. I didn't know. But I knew he was like, sorry, y'all. Anyway, so I knew that Pop-Up used to have a bunch of contraband on him, drugs on him. I don't know what you can or cannot say. He had stuff on him, the pills, the tree, stuff like that. He was dealing. I kind of had figured out, and I'm going to tell y'all another story time how I kind of found that out. But his dad would be calling me. But y'all, his dad is like legit Cuban and didn't speak English. And I didn't know that this was his dad calling. He didn't even fucking tell me that his dad didn't speak English. Like, then he had this nickname that he never told me was his nickname. I just knew him by his name, Pop-Up. But his dad was calling him, I don't know, the Dragon. And I'm like, this person will call barely speaking English talking about the Dragon. I'm thinking somebody fucking playing on my phone. I'm like, I don't know no fucking dragon. And I would hang up. Like, what the fuck? Like, who is this? The fuck? So he's like telling me, like, my dad be calling you, you be hanging up. And I'm like, well, who the fuck is your dad? I ain't got no call from your dad. Ain't nobody call me talking about they know you and they your dad. So I'm just like, I don't know what you talking about. But anyways, so he's like flipping out. He was like, tell that nigga to come outside right now. I'm like, no, like, you tripping. I'm like, chill, like, come on, like, let's walk off. So I'm trying to walk off with him, and he's like, nah. He's like, I get that nigga right now. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, he's like, so what you finna do? Like, cause I'm back and I'm here to stay this time. I'm like, you say that every time, and then I never see you for days or months. Shit, like, what are you talking about? He was like, nah, everything cool now, everything good now. Like, nah, like, tell that nigga to come outside, tell that nigga to leave your house. Matter of fact, he in your house, your mom let him be in the house and she know you fuck with me. I'm just like, dude, like, we're not together. He's like, yes, we are. We never broke up. And I'm like, true, but he's like, so you don't love me? And I'm like, I do. I love you, but I love him too. And he's like, really? You love that nigga? You love him more than me? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, oh my God. So y'all, we walk off. And he's like, man, I'm hurt. Like, how could you do this to me? And I'm like, how could you do this to me? Like, you keep disappearing on me. Like, I don't know what to tell you. He was like, man, this is crazy. He was like, I don't care. Like, you mine. I don't give a shit what you and that little nigga got going on. Like, you need to tell that nigga you not fucking with him no more. He like, where that nigga from? I could not tell him where he was from. Oh no, because that would have went, this my mama house. No, this would have got real ugly real quick. Like, real quick, y'all. It did get a little crazy though. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. So y'all, we talking, and I calmed him down. I'm like, man, just chill. I'm like, just chill. He's like, man, like, I love you. You my wife. Like, I'm just like, man, like, I know y'all, I'm rambling. Okay, let me get to it. Okay, so he's like, man, I left my jacket here. Like, can you go get my jacket? Like, I need that jacket. I left something in that jacket that I really need. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go back in the house. I forget about Kevin, even though we was just arguing about but I forgot Kevin is like in the goddamn house. So Pop-Up goes and gets in his car, and I walk in the house, and Kevin's sitting right there in the living room, and I'm like, and he's like, what's wrong with you? Like, it looked like you was crying. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like what that nigga doing? Why is you crying? I'm like, I'm not crying. I'm good. It's just my allergies. It's windy outside. I'm making up some lying shit. He like, nah, like, what the fuck going on? Do I need to go out there? Did that nigga leave? Like, why was you out there so long? And I'm telling him, I'm like, I just had to talk to him. Like, it was just a lot of stuff me and him didn't get to talk about. Like, before me and you got together, I hadn't seen him. Like, it's just a lot of stuff going on. But I have his jacket, and I need to go in my room, and I need to get his jacket. So, y'all, I go get the jacket. This was another sign I should have realized his profession. I grabbed the jacket. It's a pea coat. I mean, I'm sure y'all know what a pea coat is, but it's a pea coat. So it got some deep pockets. Like, men pea coats got deep pockets. So I stick my hand in the pockets, y'all. When I stick my hand in the pockets and pull it out, it's a lot of drugs in these pockets. And I'm just like, how did I not notice that? How did I not notice that? I'm not gonna say what kind of drug, but it was the white stuff. It was the white girl. It was the white stuff, okay? And I was like, whoa. At the time, y'all, I really didn't know what it was. I know what it is now, but I was just like, what he doing with all this? Like, what is this? Like, is this some kind of crushed pills or something? So I'm like, whatever, let me just put it back. So I go outside, and I'm holding the jacket. I'm like, this the jacket, right? He like, you know, that's my jacket. Like, stop playing. He was like, did you take anything out the pockets? Did you touch the pockets? I'm like, no. Like, why? He's like, I just need the jacket. I left stuff in the pocket before I went away. Like, and I need the stuff out the pockets. I'm like, all right, nothing is wrong with the jacket. The jacket is exactly how you left it. I just hung it up in my closet, and it's just been hanging there. I would occasionally just go in my closet and smell it because it just smelled like him, and it reminded me of him. And yeah. So he's like, get in the car. And I'm like, no, like, my boyfriend's in there. He was like, man, fuck that nigga. I'm your nigga. Get your ass in the car. So, y'all, I know y'all gonna be like, bitch, I know you did not get in the car. I got in that fucking car. Y'all, oh my God, y'all, I got in that man's car, and he drove the fuck off. And I was like, oh my God, take me back home. Like, what is you doing? Like, he's like, man, you mine. I don't know what you thought. I don't know what you thinking, but I'm your nigga. And I was just like, okay. I didn't know what to say. Like, he was just, y'all, Pop-Up. I don't know if I did. That boy, he was fine. Man, Kevin was cute, but Pop-Up was fine. That boy was so fine. Oh my God, y'all. He was so smooth too. Oh my gosh. That boy was a smooth talker. Like, oh my God. He was one of them chill dudes. He didn't do too much, but he just knew he was that nigga. But oh, he was so humble though. Like, damn, it's crazy that his life turned out the way it went. So we drive off, we go down to the marina in Pittsburgh. I'm just like, oh my God, y'all. Kevin is texting me, talking hella shit. He was like, I know you didn't drive off with that nigga. Where is you at? You're not outside. What the fuck is going on? Like, I know you ain't got me at your house and you with this nigga. I'm texting him. I'm just like, it's not what you think. Like, I just need to talk to him. Like, I just gotta let him know and let him understand that me and you together now. Like, nothing's going on. Like, just chill. I'm gonna be back in a minute. He's like, man, fuck you. You hella shady. Like, I'm leaving in the morning. Like, you hella grimy. Like, he's like, I can't believe you can't have me come out here. This is my first time coming out here. I already had to deal with the shit with your cousin and now this. And I'm just texting him like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I did not know all of this was gonna happen. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm really sorry. But y'all, oh my God, me and Pop Up, like, our connection, our bond was just like fireworks. Like, we sitting at the marina, he smooth talking me, y'all. He all in my face. He just like, yeah, ma. He was like, I don't give a fuck about that nigga. I'm your nigga. You already know what it is. You already know when you need anything, when you need money, I'm giving y'all. I don't even know if I'm meant to tell y'all. I don't know if I told y'all, but Pop Up had, well, you know, he had monies. Like, he was always giving me money. He was always buying me shit. Like, I never asked. Like, I didn't even know at the time. Like, you know, like, I just thought, like, I was just appreciative. Like, shit, he would just give me money or put money in my little purse, out of purse or my pockets or whatever. Like, I would just be like, okay, cool. It was like, you already know I take care of you. We gonna get married one day. Like, that little ass nigga, he ain't nobody. Like, I ain't worried about that nigga. He was just like, I just can't believe you got this nigga in your house when you know I be popping up. And I was just like, I mean, I ain't heard or seen or talked to you for months. Like, I thought, like, you know, you moved on with your life. Like, I didn't know what was going on with you. He was like, you know, I just be going away. I be having to do things. I be having to go away. I thought you understood. Like, basically, he wanted me to be a ride or die down chick. And at that time, like, I had no clue. He was not telling me what was really going on. So I did not know. Like, it was like little signs here and there, but I'm naive at the time. I'm young. I'm dumb. I don't know. But y'all, he's just doing that. He just but he talking so smooth. Like, it's just so smooth. He just had the smoothest voice. He was just like, yeah, because, you know, you my love, you my everything. Like, after today, I better not see you talking to that nigga. That nigga better not be at your house. I ain't fucking playing that shit. Y'all, he touching all on my face. He just like all on my face, y'all. He had that cologne, that Gucci cologne on. Oh my God, he was smelling so delicious, y'all. I was just like, oh my God. Like, y'all, I just thought this was just so romantic. We at the marina, we watching the water. Like, we just started talking, y'all. Like, I know I'm shady as fuck. Like, Kevin whole ass at my house, mad as fuck. Probably like, what the fuck? My brother probably like, my sister a grimy ass motherfucker. Like, she really didn't left me with this nigga while she with another nigga. But I loved both of them. Like, I loved both of them, y'all. Like, literally, like, I don't know. Like, I literally loved both of them. Like, they was both my boyfriends. Like, and I loved both of them. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna break things off with him. Like, you already know what it is between me and you. Like, you know you that one for me. Like, I just didn't know if you was coming back. You know, like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know. I thought you moved on. He was like, man, can't nobody ever come in my life and take your place. You already know that. Like, I don't even know what you thinking. Like, you tripping. He was like, nah, like, you mine. So I'm just like, man, you got to take me back to my house. Like, we was chilling for like 30, 45 minutes, just talking, catching up. He was telling me, but not telling me what was going on. He was like, yeah, I've been down, had to go away. But he wasn't saying like I went to jail or nothing like that. It's like, I just had to take care of some things, you know. I be having to bust these moves. And I'm just like, yeah, baby. Yeah, yeah. I'm just mesmerized by him, y'all. He just had this aura about him that I would just get so hypnotized in, like, oh my God. So finally he was like, yeah, but let me take you back home to your little boyfriend. So I was just like, okay, so we driving back to my house, y'all. We get to the house, he get out the car, y'all. He would open and close the door for me. Like, he was just that type of dude. We hugging and stuff, y'all, and I just start crying because I did not want him to leave. Like, I was just like, I have to go back in there with Kevin. Like, I love him too. So I'm just crying. He like, stop crying, don't worry about it. He's like, man, fuck that nigga, like, fuck that nigga. And I'm like, but no, because I care about him. Like, I love him. He's like, so what? Like, man, I've been knowing you for hella long. We got years in this shit. Like, what we got is stronger than that. And I'm like, I know, but I love him, and he treats me good. And I'm just like, he's there though. He's there. He's like, man, I promise you, I ain't going nowhere no more. I'm here for you. I'm not gonna disappear on you again. And I'm like, are you sure? Because you say that every time and then you disappear. He was like, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going nowhere. Go in there and tell that nigga you're not fucking with him no more. When I come tomorrow, that nigga better not be here. And I'm just like, okay. Y'all, I did not want to let him go because I just knew, I knew in my head, y'all, I knew I wasn't going to see that nigga again. I knew it. Like, I just knew it. He does this shit all the time. But a little bit, a part of me believed him just the littlest bit. Like, y'all, like, oh my God. So finally, I let go of him because I just did not want him to leave. I did not want to let go of him. I go back in. Me and Kevin go in my room, and y'all, he is mad. Like, he pissed. He's like, who is that nigga? Where that nigga from? You been going with that nigga for hella long. Like, what was y'all doing? Was you kissing this nigga? Was you doing the nasty with him? I'm like, no, we was just talking. Like, we just had a lot to talk about. Like, you don't understand. Like, me and him been through a lot of stuff. Like, he been there. Like, me and him never really officially broke up. He was like, what the fuck you mean? And I'm like, yeah, we never broke up. Like, he just disappeared. But like, and I was just like, it's just hard to explain. Like, I'm sorry. He was like, so what the fuck is you saying? Like, is you finna be with this nigga? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm with you. Like, I love you. Like, you know, he was like, so what is going on? Like, do you still love that nigga? And I'm like, I do. Y'all, I'm crying. Kevin's just like, so you love that nigga? You love that nigga? And I'm like, stop yelling. Don't wake up my mom. He's like, man, you got me fucked up. I can't believe this shit. And I'm just like, I am so sorry. Like, I don't know, like this. I never been in this situation. He's like, man, you can't never speak to that nigga again. And I'm like, I'm just like, but why? He was like, what do you mean, why? I'm like, damn, both these niggas is just yelling at me, like telling me what the fuck I'm gonna do. Like, the fuck y'all gonna tell me what I'm gonna do? So y'all, I'm just so emotional. I don't know what to do. I'm just like, who do I choose? Pop Up, my first love, or Kevin? Like, this is my love. Like, this my love. Like, he there for me. He don't disappear on me. We got a set schedule. Like, we don't got no problems besides, you know, little shit. And like, you know, like, what the hell? Am I gonna give up this good for this pop-up ass nigga? You know what I mean? Like, but when me and Pop Up together, we together. But it's just like, it's not consistent. I wanted consistency, but Pop Up was just so fine and mesmerizing. But Kevin was just, man. So do y'all want to know what I did? Do y'all want to know who I chose? Do y'all want to know what happened? Yes, y'all do. Yes, y'all do. So me and Kevin, we wrap up our little argument. I'm telling him I'm not fucking with him. I'm not talking to that nigga no more. And the next day, in my mind, I'm like, okay, if Pop Up calls and texts me for a week straight, I'm leaving Kevin. Like, that's just that. Like, I know, y'all, I was toxic as hell at this point, but y'all, Pop-up was there for like 2-3 days. Okay, wait, let me tell y'all what happened. So that next day was, Kevin came on Friday. That next day was Saturday. We chilled. We had a good time. You know, he was still mad, but you know, we made the best of it. I made it up to him. Like, we went on like a picnic. We spent the day outside. We was just chilling, all lovey-dovey, booed up. Sunday comes, we chilling. We just chilling in the house with my family, watching movies and stuff, because that's what we used to do on Sundays when, you know, I used to live with my family. My mom would cook and we would all chill on Sundays and watch movies. So his mom came, picked him up that day, and Pop-up had been texting me, and he had been calling me, but I wasn't answering, or I would like sneak off and like talk to him real quick on the phone, but like nothing too long. But once Pop-up left on Sunday, I told Pop-up to come pick me up. He came pick me up. We talked, we chilled. That next day was Tuesday. We talked on the phone, we was texting, and then after that, I never heard from him. After that incident, I didn't hear from Pop-up for years. For years. I didn't hear from him. Me and Kevin kept going. Me and Kevin lasted for like 2-3 years. And then we had broke up, which I don't know how I want to do that story time about me and Kevin. I'm gonna figure it out, but I mean, it's gonna be a story time, but I don't know how, like, it's just a lot of, I'm gonna tell y'all eventually though. I know y'all, this story time was kind of like, what, girl? I know y'all, these are just some mids just to get y'all through the week. I need to wrap this shit up. Like, I'm just rambling, and I need to go to bed. But yeah, y'all, I ain't hear from Pop-up for some years. When Pop-up popped up again, y'all, I had just had Dylan. Dylan was like not even a week out the hospital and Pop-up popped up, y'all. And this was just, I'm gonna tell that in another story time, y'all. But yeah, y'all, this the end of my story time. Y'all tell me down below how y'all feel about this. Who would y'all have chose? Would y'all would have been the ride or die chick for the dude who had money? He had a nice car. He had a nice house. You know, he would buy you gifts. He would give you money. Or what y'all have did what I did. I stuck with Kevin, but it was really by default. Someone who was there consistently. I mean, he couldn't buy me things and take me places, but he loved me, he treated me good, and he was consistent. Like, who did you have chose? Like, literally, y'all, don't be playing, because y'all know y'all love these bad boys. We love them bad boys. We love them bad boys. I know, y'all, I was wrong. That was some bullshit. Like, I wouldn't try that shit today. But, y'all, little do y'all know, one of my other exes popped up when one of my exes was here. I mean, he wasn't my ex. He wasn't my boyfriend at the time. We were still just talking, but he later on became my boyfriend. But Cray Cray had popped up while Delusional was here one day, y'all. Yo, that was some wild shit. Like, I don't know why these niggas love popping up. Like, niggas just love popping the fuck up on me. I don't know. They love popping up. Shit, even Delusional later on popped up. I always want to pop up and shit. Like, these niggas is crazy. But y'all, that was really one of the hardest things. Oh my God, emotionally at that time, that was so hard for me. Like, I didn't know what to do, y'all. I know I was wrong for like going out. I shouldn't even went out there. I should have just told my brother, like, tell him nah, gave him that coat and sent him on his way. But I loved both of them. Like, honestly, y'all, if Pop-Up would have stayed consistent, I don't know who I would have ended up with. Honestly. Because me and Kevin we had a fire ass bond too. Like, I don't know. Like, I do feel like I probably would have ended up with Pop-Up. But really, I don't know. Because as time went on, like, I was so in love with Kevin. Like, I was so in love with that boy. And our relationship ended was like the worst heartbreak in a relationship I've ever had. Like, y'all, that really broke my heart when me and him was finally over. Well, when he was done with me. Like, that shit really broke my goddamn heart. But y'all, I need to go to bed, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. And ladies, don't be playing with these Benz's heart. I know these men be out here playing with our heart, but don't be like them. But I wasn't really playing with their hearts. Pop-Up was just popping up. You know what I mean? Like, I was not intentionally trying to do that to Kevin. Now, Pop-Up, he made his bed, he had to lay in it. But Kevin did not deserve me to do that. And I am so grateful, though, that I did stay with Kevin. Like, Kevin, that love that me and Kevin had was so innocent, so pure. Like, that was like one of my favorite relationships. Like, man, one of my favorite relationships. And I had told y'all, I don't know if y'all be watching all my stuff. I think I did on my life update. Me and Kevin did reconnect, and we was talking, and he's in a relationship now, and I'm so happy for him. He deserves it. He is such a great guy. He's such a good person. So yeah, but it was good when, you know, we was catching up, talking, and, you know, I got to tell him how I felt about all that. And he told me, you know, his side of everything, and it really brought a little closure to me. But yeah, this video is longer than I wanted it to be. I was like, damn, I'm gonna just film for 30 minutes, but I'm gonna edit this shit up because I was rambling a lot. But anyway, but yeah, y'all, happy Pride Month. Okay, I am loving this orange, and I am so excited for y'all to see my vlog, my family vlog. It's my auntie's birthday, and I think she's having a luau themed birthday party. So me and my family about to turn the fuck up, and y'all gonna see that, and y'all gonna see my Pride video. Y'all gonna see how lit Pride is out here in the Bay and how it's about to go down. Okay, all right, y'all, I need to go. When y'all see me next week, I'm gonna have some drink in my cup and be drinking with y'all. I ain't even sipping no more of my water. I'm thirsty as hell. I'm gonna have some drinks. And I know y'all like, girl, what happened to your drinks? You ain't been doing your drinks. What happened? Y'all, sometimes you cannot tackle so many things at one time, y'all. I had to take a step back from it. But I promise y'all, it's coming. I just need to figure out that it's a little bit more to that than what I thought. But if y'all want some samples, my real people watched into the end. If y'all want to try some samples, comment down below. Put some drinks down in the comments. You know, like the little margarita emoji. Put a little margarita emoji or whatever the drink emoji. I think it's like a little margarita martini, something. Put the drink emoji, and I'm gonna send some people some drinks. Okay, so I'm out of here for real. Like, comment, share, subscribe if y'all want to. If y'all watching, y'all know that's really all I appreciate. Everything else, do it if you want to. I still fucks with y'all. I love when y'all comment. I love engaging with y'all. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Deuces. My lips crusty.